Selma Nissan. Now, your CBS47 pinpoint weather forecast.
All right, good morning, everybody, and thank you to everybody who showed up to our collection drive yesterday. 17,000 pounds of food. That's going to help a lot of people out here in the valley. This is Aaron Tucker on the left from Community Food Bank, along with the other volunteers there, Salvation Army there as well. And it was so great to meet all of our viewers who showed up and gave out the goodness of their heart. Also, many of you got those fair tickets, so it was a great success. Thanks to everybody who showed up. It was great to meet you as well. Look who else showed up to the collection drive. That's Victory Bulldog, the brand new mascot for Fresno State. He's only 5 months old, hanging out with Mike Scott there. He's the cutest thing, has the perfect personality to be the new mascot there. Also, Dr. Weaver from Fresno PetER was hanging out with him as well. She brought him by the studios for that collection drive, so it was good to see her. And I also got to get a picture with him as well, because he's just the cutest thing in the whole world. So it's a lot of fun to see Victory Bulldog, and he'll be out at the game, I think, in 2 weeks. Right now we've got Tulsa we're taking on tomorrow at Tulsa, so we're going to have a week off from the Fresno State games. Average temperature is 90 degrees, so it's expected to be hot this time of year, but not quite as hot as we have been. Yesterday topped out at 94. We'll be similar to that again today, and then we'll see a little bit of cooling as we head into next week for the first full week of fall. Fall starts Saturday. Average temperatures next week are in the upper 80s, but we're only going to see maybe a day of 80s next week and then some low 90s. So nothing too extreme, around average, but still staying hot. And the latest 100-degree day is October 14th, set back in 1978. So this should be really the last stretch of those really hot temperatures. We're coming off those hundreds that we saw over the weekend. Probably won't see those again until next summer. So here's what's going on. We've had that big ridge of high pressure in place since August, when we had that long stretch of triple-digit heat. It's finally getting knocked out by this low pressure system that's going to move through, bring us that cooler air. Right now it's just kind of sitting off the coast, rotating there, and then it'll move through Saturday night into Sunday and bring us some cooler weather for the start of next week. Right now we also have some of that moisture. This is tropical moisture from down south, so warm air being pulled through, just a couple of clouds, but won't really cool us off today. Temperatures will top out in the low 90s for the North Valley today, 90 to 91 in most areas there, 92 to the south, 94 in Fresno, 95 Coalinga. Foothills today, you're going to be in the low to mid 90s as well, as warm as the valley floor, and we'll see low 70s to low 80s. Beautiful time up in the mountains right now. Might want to get away for the weekend and enjoy it up there. Already some leaves starting to change. Air quality is good to moderate across the valley floor, and our Boz pollen count is in the moderate range with weeds still in the air. And our 7-day forecast wraps up like this: mid 90s through Saturday when fall begins. A little cooler into next week, some high 80s by Monday, then low 90s into the start of next week. And for the mountains, you're in the low 80s for now. You'll see 70s by Sunday, with overnight lows dropping into the 30s by next week. Now let's check out our CBS47 pinpoint traffic report presented by Bank of the West. Show you what's going on this morning. Again, looking pretty good for your pre-Friday commute. Pretty clear on those freeways. A reminder about the braided ramps project, the new ramp lights from Highway 180 onto the 41. You now have to check out the stoplight. There were a number of crashes there yesterday. They're hoping to actually ease congestion in the future, but you do want to pay attention to that right now. Mike, back to you.
In campaign 2012, President Obama and Mitt Romney spending a lot of time lately getting ready to debate. The first debate coming up October 3rd at the University of Denver in Colorado. The majority of it will be spent talking about the economy. Jim Lehrer of PBS is the moderator. He says the first 3 of the debate's 6 segments will focus on the economy. The other 3 will focus on health care and the role of government. Each segment expected to last about 15 minutes. All right, coming up on 6:14, straight ahead. Do you think restaurants should be pet-friendly? Absolutely. A new survey says you are not alone. Our friends from the Fresno PetER join us live next. All right, Dr. Chris Dobbins joins us this morning from the Fresno PetER. We're going to have some fun with this segment this morning.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good morning.
Good
How are you?
morning.
How was the Giants game?
Very good. We won 7-1.
He just drove back in.
I just drove back in.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. All right, we're going to talk about some pet surveys and how people think about their pets. And some of these are pretty interesting. Do you judge others based on their breed of dog?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, if somebody's got a Great Dane, I think certain things about them. If they have a tiny little Chihuahua, you think certain things, right?
Yeah, and sometimes they actually look similar too. So you know, you can kind of judge how they are just based off the personality of the dogs.
So 48% of the people said yes, they do judge others based on the breed of their dog.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think dogs should be allowed in restaurants?
if they're well behaved.
Well, and on an outdoor patio, I can see it, not
Yeah.
necessarily inside, but
Yeah, 75% people think that they should be allowed in restaurants, and whether it be an outside patio or some secluded section inside. I mean, obviously there's health code reasons and things like that.
Sure.
But yeah, 75%
You can stick them on the end with the children, you know?
Yeah.
Carmel and Monterey, there's a lot of restaurants
Yes.
that they allow the dog. In Europe, it's almost common. Every place they do it. Okay, how many dogs sleep in their owners' beds? I'm guilty.
Yeah, he's
Sam
my
Dog
dog.
always slept with me. Yeah.
Buster's a big old hound. He sleeps with us.
They're part of the family.
Yeah. Almost 80% of the people in these surveys said that their pet sleeps with them in their bed.
And you know what's funny? That the non-dog people just don't understand that.
Nope.
They just don't. But hey,
They're cuddle bugs. They keep you warm,
in the
too.
wintertime, they keep, they're
Yeah.
the best warmers around. Okay, I love this one. How many people think their dog is a better housemate than their partner?
My husband. He said Buster always listens and never talks back.
Yeah, 85% said that they would rather a better housemate than their partner.
Uh-oh, that picture kind of says the
Because they
story
don't
right
make
there.
a mess.
Yeah,
you know,
and
they
that goes
don't
to the
have
next
pick
one.
up after 'em.
That basically almost 90% would dump their significant other if they didn't like their pet.
Wow.
Hopefully before, you get to
Yeah.
the
You better
the
find that out
resort,
early in the relationship, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, how many people would accept a lower paying job if they could take their pet to work with them?
Wow, I bet it would be a lot. We love our pets.
Over 90%.
92%. Look, you know what? There are some of the big tech companies up in Silicon Valley let their employees do that, and the people love it. And it has a calming effect sometimes on the
Right.
workforce. I love that.
Why
Okay.
not? Yeah, it makes you happier. I think that helps productivity.
Yeah.
And this doesn't surprise me at all. How many people celebrate their pet's birthday?
Everybody.
You would think.
Pretty close.
Yeah, 97%.
97% celebrate their pet's birthday. Yeah.
Because you can actually get little birthday cakes for the dogs
Oh, yeah.
now. The bakeries will make them, or you give them an extra treat.
Exactly.
That was that picture. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Well, Jenny showed the pictures earlier of the new Fresno State mascot. And I'm wondering, every picture we show of that guy, he looks bigger in the pictures than he's just a tiny little thing, but he looks like a full-grown bulldog in all the
Well,
pictures.
that front end and that head are pretty big, and they're growing every day. So I mean, he's still
Big
5
old
months
head.
old, so he's got some growing to do still.
Well, everywhere he goes, people are just falling in love with him. So,
Well,
all
that's
right,
good.
you do want to mention there's a special dog. What, going to be in town tonight?
Yeah, until Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. I'm sorry.
No, the dog's name is Tuesday.
Oh, the dog's name is Tuesday. Okay, I'm getting confused.
Yeah, we
now.
talked about it last week about the dogs helping the wounded warriors when
Right.
they come back. And so Luis Carlos Montalvan will be down at the Legion Post at First and Ashland area.
At 7 o'clock tonight?
7 o'clock tonight. And people can like us on Facebook up until midnight tomorrow night, and we'll get them a signed copy of his book.
But he's going to be there tonight.
He's going to be
signing
there
the book.
tonight. They will have books for sale and signing as well.
That's
What a
awesome.
great thing, talking about how the dogs help the soldiers heal when they come home.
When they come home, yeah.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
Fresno Pet ER, you can find them just northwest of Palm and Herndon. And the phone number, very easy to remember, for Fresno, which translates to 437-3766. Open 24 hours a day for your emergency pet care needs.
You want that number in case you ever need it.
For Fresno.
All right, it is 6:21, 62 degrees, still to come.
Sports news, the Dodgers continue to fight for a playoff spot. We have the highlights next.
Plus, Space Shuttle Endeavour about to be part of the Golden State. Find out when it's touching down in SoCal.
He built a machine.